We got descriptions for The Flash 9/10 and 9/11, titled A New World Part 1 for 9/10 and 9/11's Part 2. At this point in time we're recording, we don't know what 9/12 and 9/13 are called. There is speculation, we don't know if it's confirmed or not yet, that 9/12 would be titled Part 3, New World Part 3, and then 9/13, a series finale, will be called New World Part 4. There's controversy around that. I've given my full opinions about that already. I'm not going to elaborate on it again for the 500th time. But the descriptions for 9/10, 9/11. 9/11 we got today. 9/10 we got on the 14th, which is like a week ago. I pretty much just like skimmed over it. But the 9/11 description I was kind of waiting for because I was kind of hoping these two would overlap. And they kind of do. So the 9/10 description says this. Live in the moment. As Iris receives word of a career milestone, Barry is suddenly nowhere to be found. And trying to get back home, Barry runs across many familiar faces, while Keone continues to figure out her powers and Chester works on a suit for Allegra. Now, Barry runs into familiar faces. We know that he runs into Nora and Henry Allen, Barry's parents. We know that Eddie is there, Joe is there, Singh is there. Looks like Joe is a beat cop. Singh kinda looks like a beat cop too, if not maybe the captain of CCPD. Because at this point in time, assuming it is in the past, he would be that. But I believe this is another Earth. Now, why do I believe that? Because 909 is setting up the multiverse again. But it's the first time that Barry's learning about it, so they're undoubtedly going to channel that, I think, in these last 4 episodes following 909. Well, including 909. But then we go to 9/11, which is New World Part 2, official description. Believe in the impossible. And Kayla Compton directs, who plays Allegra. She's an amazing director. Iris is alarmed by Barry's disappearance, and Cecile assures her everything will be okay, but does she know that for certain? Team Flash is affected by a mysterious substance, and Keone develops a better understanding of what she can and cannot control. This seems like a flip-flop of the time sickness in season 8 during the Still Force episode, which was an amazing episode. Kind of seems like that, but I was have powers, so it's not like she can really do anything, right? It is kind of... The whole Keone thing, I'm all for it, but can't they do this in like one of the fillers? Did they need to do it now? You know? Why couldn't they do this in like 906? You know, they need to make it about Allegra and Cecile for zero reason. They could have made the episode all about Keone and I would have been happy with it. But, I mean, we need to learn more about Keone, otherwise why don't introduce her, right? But again, you've had all this time and you're wasting on dumb episodes like 908 and 906. Why not make one of those about Keone? Then again, the episodes seem Barry-centric. You know, it's going to be focused on Barry. It's not going to be focused on Barry and Iris or Team Flash. It's focused on Barry here because he is the main lead of the show and he has something going on, obviously. I mean, he's in a new world. He's not on Earth, in our Earth at least. Like, you know. Going back to Allegra getting a suit, I'm excited she's getting a suit. I hope we see it, because I don't know if we will or not. But I think it's about damn time she did get a suit. I mean, she's been on the show for 3 years, and she got powers in season... Well, no, she's always had powers, right? Since she came on the show. But, I mean, she's had, like, what, 20 filler episodes? And she's just now getting powers, or a suit? Yeah. Like, it's really debatable on how they really fill us all up, because what we are dealing with is, like, we're down to the last 4 episodes. We have 5 weeks left of The Flash as per time recording this. 9/10 airs in 2 weeks. 9/11 airs in 3 weeks. 9/09 airs in 1 week. 9/09 through 9/13 are all going to be connected. I've been saying that for months. 9/09 will start the multiverse, and then 9/10 through 9, probably 12, will be digging into that. Because again, I mean, for a New World, Cobalt Blue, because we know he's involved in 910 heavily, thanks to Eddie being in that episode. It could be a simple matter of, you know, the stone, the crystal, whatever that we saw at the end of 820 that was sending up Cobalt Blue, that we know he has, could be shifting and changing our Earth. But the thing is that Iris seems to know about it, right? That they're on their Earth and Barry's not there. He's just nowhere on the planet. So I do think, in a way, that this is another Earth that Barry's on. Maybe one where Eddie is alive, he didn't die, and he gets the stone sent there by the Speed Force, and it sucks Eddie in. He becomes Cobalt Blue. How that would work? I don't know. Will they explain it? Probably not. I think we're past the point of explaining. I think we're done with that. Because there's no way in hell that they would not take time to explain Red Death's origin when they had 5 episodes to now go to Cobalt Blue, who has 4, and decide, hey, let's explain his origin. I would assume we get that in 910, because why? We know Eddie is Eddie in 910. He's himself. And in like 911, I'm pretty sure that's when he's in 2040 something. Like in the future. And in like 912 is when he shows up as Cobalt Blue. Or 913 is. 1 to 2, he shows up in that Cobalt Blue suit that we saw in Stephos. That's heavily comic accurate. So it's definitely one of those things where what we are dealing with is, you know, how it all be set up. But we get an origin story, will it all make sense? If it all makes sense, this arc will be good. If it doesn't track well, then this season's going to be a flop. It's not going to go well when it's done. 909 will be the best episode of the season. We all know that. 910 through 913 can't even come close to 909. It's as simple as that. And at the end of the day, what we are dealing with is this season has not been great. It's been an okay season, but that's not good for a final season. And I'm not trying to dig into like, oh, Bear wasn't in every episode. My point is that Barry has been the main focus for most of these episodes. And yet what we are dealing with is the, Barry not being the Flash for 4 episodes or the last 3, sorry. And the main focus being shifted from Barry to these side plots that mean nothing now. That is what we're dealing with. So in 909, I do think it's going to really, where the final season starts, who knows? It's going to be a full thing. I'm here for it. I just wish it didn't take 8 episodes to get to the good stuff for a final season. If this is like season 8, and this is how I've been taking this, okay? Season 8 was the last Flash season. It wrapped up everything that I needed to wrap up, besides what obviously we have left now. With Cobalt Blue, that Crystal, the next year's Avatar, and now Keon. And Mark, too, because we need to know where he's going. And, I mean, everything else is wrapped up. They did that on season 8. Besides stuff that was introduced this season. This season was designed to wrap up the Arrowverse. If Red Death was in season 8, the arc might have actually been good. Because they wouldn't have focused on Barry and Iris. They wouldn't have focused on Iris becoming pregnant. They wouldn't have focused on Keon, right? We would have had Red Death being powerful because Barry was powerful before they nerfed him in season 9 to fight Red Death. It could have all worked. It could have easily all worked out. They could have put Deathstorm in the first arc of this season and no one would have had a problem with it. Well, maybe some problems. But I get why they did it this season, because they wanted Batwoman in it. They wanted the, Hartley and Goldface and hotness in it. They wanted to wrap up all those characters. I get it. But they could have easily done a Rogues arc that had like Captain Cold, the Heat Wave, from a past time, from our Earth coming in. That was setting up Cobalt Blue for the first arc of the season and have Red Death be season 8 in like the middle arc. Could have made the Deathstroke mark like a few less episodes, put the Red Death arc in. It would have been 100 times better than, what we got in season 9. Easily. But we didn't get that. So now we're talking about the first 8 episodes of the final season just not being good. And the back half, like I've been saying for months, the last 5 episodes. 4, sorry. I keep getting the number wrong. The last 4 episodes will be really, 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 really good. But is it going to make the season better? No. Because we're stuck with a crappy season. It's a huge mess. And I hate that it's a huge mess because I love this show and I will always support it. But when they take away the Flash for 3 episodes, but still have Barry in it. And don't get me wrong, I'm okay with Barry not being the Flash. But when you give him a makeshift Star Trek-esque Flash suit that just has a light Flash emblem on it, just put him in his suit. He honestly has his ring on him, doesn't he? Like, Jesus, just put him in the suit. I'm glad we're seeing it again in 909, because I wonder if, there was some, set issues with the suit, and they were like, we can't, I don't know what it was. They did something with the suit. I'm assuming there was something wrong with it. I don't know. It's weird, but whatever. Thank you guys for watching this video. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.